It was, of course, another day of chaos for Southwest Airlines passengers stranded after the carrier canceled another 2,500 flights today. To put that in perspective, the next highest U.S. airline in terms of cancellations, SkyWest, had only 120 so far today. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg called the meltdown unacceptable and vowed to hold the airline accountable. Southwest says relief is still a few days away for passengers as it resets its operations. Officials say the problems go beyond weather, including staffing and outdated IT infrastructure. Some of the issues even stem from systems Southwest already had in place. Our Eric King explains what you need to know about the airline before you book that flight in the future.
You've heard of the phrase being on the struggle bus, right? Well, Southwest Airlines right now is on the struggle Airbus. The airline has canceled more than 2,500 flights today alone. And the reasons why might surprise you. Actually, the reasons why are really why a lot of us fly Southwest in the first place, because it tends to be a low-cost carrier. What that means in this particular instance is Southwest only flies point to point to point. It doesn't have a hub system in place. Like, think of Delta and Atlanta, the relationship those two have. Southwest doesn't have that. Its mentality is our planes aren't making any money on the ground, so we need to keep them in the air. So a plane will go from one point to another point to another point and just keep stair-stepping around the country. That's one of the reasons it's able to keep its fares lower. The other thing is, since it is a low-cost carrier, it doesn't have what's called interline agreements with other airlines. And what I mean by that is, look at American Airlines, for example. If you're a passenger on American Airlines and this massive storm rolls through and there's all of these cancellations going on, if American can't get you from where you are to your destination in a reasonable amount of time, it can rebook you on another airline like Delta or United, or if you're in a larger city, Lufthansa or Air France. Southwest doesn't do that. So Southwest is really by themselves right now when it comes to this. And that is why you see so many passengers on Southwest Airlines who are just sitting in airports across the country right now, because it, as an airline, can't spread out its passengers onto other major carriers and get them to where they have to go, which means they are sitting in airports right now, waiting and hoping for the best.
A Southwest spokesperson told affected passengers they should keep all hotel, car rental, and meal receipts, promising to reimburse them for expenses incurred because of the record delays and mass cancellations.